Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Another great day today. Well, first I just want to talk about my day so far. Of course, since I'm like bulking and all, I'm not even gonna lie, dieting is so hard, bro. Dude, I know for some people dieting is like so easy. No, I'm sorry, not dieting, bulking.
Spin again, just spin again. Pull up in a fishbowl, ooh, Clearland. Spin again.
I know a lot of my friends can just like casually jump down like 3,000 calories, right? But for me, bro, oh my god, I was like really skinny. I was like 98 pounds. I think I'll put like a picture up here, maybe. But yeah, bro, growing up, I didn't really have that much access to food. So like I was like 98 pounds and I would barely eat, bro. So having to transition to like a bulking phase, I was completely cooked. And I'm still cooked, bro. Like it takes me an hour to like 2 hours to finish one meal. And it wouldn't even be like a big meal. It could just be like something like this. I'm not even done with my breakfast and it's 2 p.m. Yeah. It could just be like 2 toast, bro. And like 3 eggs. Jesus Christ, bro. You'd have to like point a gun at me for me to finish it. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah. Other than that, I'd say I'm doing pretty good. I'm still trying to like get out of doom scrolling, I think, but that's going to take a while, bro. It's kind of those things with habits, like really bad habits that you just kind of have to get rid of eventually. So that's gonna take a little bit more time, I think. But yeah, on to the topic of today's video. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but I've been enjoying just playing music out of speaker. I love that so much. Today's video is about getting out of your head. Yeah. This is something that I'm like especially passionate about because it has held me up so much. It has held me back so much. Like, I remember when I was younger, right? I'd have so much dreams. I'd wanted to be a YouTuber, wanted to be a musician, wanted to be an artist, right? And what ended up happening was that I'd get into it for like, what, 2 months? If I'm lucky, I'll get to like 6 months or even a year. But then, because of the lack of consistency, right? It would just be like, I'd get like a high in like productivity, but then it would like slowly, like it wouldn't go down like this. It would just slowly go down, 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 down like this, right? Because there's like the Dunning-Kruger effect, where at first you start out, you think like you're the best at this, it's so easy, but then you get into it, you learn a little bit more, and you realize like, oh shit, this is actually kind of hard. So yeah, that for me, damn bro, that was discouraging as hell. And I'd feel bad about my skill. I'd be like, shit, I'm so bad at this, why even bother? And then eventually I get inconsistent to the point where I just quit, right? And one common factor or denominator that I've kind of been able to find, maybe this music's too loud. Hold up, guys. There you go. One common denominator that I've kind of found between like all of those things is that I was in my head a little too much, right? Especially with social media and everything being attention based, right? Everyone's trying to get your attention, including me, okay? I'm trying to be a content creator, right? My goal is to get you to watch this video so that, the algorithm, oh my God, the algorithm can do its thing. But I will have to say that a lot of the things that we want to do in life is often sabotaged by ourselves, right? We self-sabotage by doubting ourselves or comparing our progress with other people. And I think one of the more important one is that we make things way too complicated, right? A lot of things, right? Of course, you need a little bit of knowledge to get started, but for most of it, you don't even need to know that much to just start going at it, right? But what I started seeing and what I started recognizing was that whenever I'd want to start out something, I would just like research about it over and over and over again, right? And then most of the time, I wouldn't even get to doing the actual thing itself. And it got me reflecting a little bit, right? That like, oh shit, why am I doing all this? Why am I doing all this research? Is it to improve faster? Is it to prove something? Right? Uh, but most of the time, what I like need to do hasn't changed at all, right? If I wanted to play the guitar, I would just play the guitar, you know? And I'd be able to get better that way. But instead, I just think about the guitar. I just think about, oh yeah, so how amazing would it be that when I get good at the guitar, I'm gonna join a band, everyone's gonna like my music, and I'm gonna get so rich from it. But then I actually play the guitar, and then because I haven't practiced, right, I'd be horrible at it. Like I I could even like hold a chord shape properly. The guitar would go sounding like ah, rah, rah, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I get discouraged, and then I doom scroll, and that's my day. Oh god, bro. So what you need to kind of just start doing, if you have any goals or things you want to get really good at, this also goes for business, also goes for relationship, and then all that is just by doing it, right? Now, it's not as easy as that. Um, of course, like I mentioned earlier, there are things that you will need to learn. But the best part about, just basically retard maxing, right? Turning your brain off and then just start doing is that you will learn on the job, right? They say that experience is the best teacher. Experience, failure are the best teacher, right? A lot of the things that I do or have realized about just doing things is that I learn the most from the mistakes I make. Let's talk about fitness, okay? Fitness. This is a topic I always go back on because it's the most apparent one. Is that no matter how much YouTube video I watch about optimal benching form or how to do a pull-up or how to diet, right? None of that really mattered, really, because in order to get better at holding like a bench form or being able to do like a decent pull-up, you need to do the thing itself and see where you lack. Everyone's body kind of is built different. We are some people are taller than others, some people are bigger, some people are skinnier, right? So there's no one solution that you're just able to take and then try to reproduce and then expect it to perfectly fit you. You need to do it and think to yourself, okay, how can I improve this thing slowly, day by day? Right? We always try to optimize things and try to find shortcut, but The person who finds shortcut will never reach the end, because a lot of the time the shortcut just leads you astray, right? And then you end up going down the wrong path, and then you have to retrace down that path, fix your mistake, and just have to go, through the main path anyways, right? There's no point. So just realize that there's never really any shortcut or any fancy tricks to a lot of this, right? There's no one in this world that is any special, more special than you, or have a better formula to doing things than you, right? They just happened to have done the things for so long, failed so many times, learned so much from those mistakes, that to you, a complete beginner or someone who doesn't have that much experience, to you, it seems like they have everything figured out, right? But in reality, they are just the same person as you, just maybe years down the line, right? 100 mistakes later. Realize that you're no different than them. Especially with, social media and all of that, right? We're being constantly flooded with information over and over and over again, right? And the information you get is from like millions of different people that doesn't even apply to you yourself. So most of the time, you're just wasting time. And then we know that time is like more valuable than money itself, right? Time is like the most valuable assets you can have. If you just go on, okay, this song's ass, hold up. Okay, this is peak. Okay, my bad. Right? So, where was I? So, all right, social media. If you just go on social media all day and then you binge watch, right? Tutorials and how to do's, you'll never actually learn anything apart from doing the actual thing, right? So some tips I want to leave you guys with before the video ends is that, one, mental. The mental right here, right? The brain is responsible for all of the learning that you do. What you kind of need to do is that you need to almost rebrain yourself, right? Have an identity shift where you impose upon yourself the characteristics of the person who is actually capable of doing the thing, right? What a lot of us struggle with, me included, is limiting beliefs, right? Oh my God, I wake up and then I be thinking like, I can't do this, right? I'm just like an average Joe. What can I possibly do, right? No, the brain will choose to believe what it believes in, right? Even if you do something different. If your mind, hold on guys, let me think about this. If the mind doesn't believe that you can do something, it will eventually try to sabotage you, because the you in reality doesn't match the you in here. So you start to self-sabotage, and then eventually it hits an equilibrium where even if you progress, the mind hasn't caught up, so it tries to bring you back down. So fix your mindset first. The mind always comes first, right? And then two, realize that this world and everything that you want from it requires action. Yes, you can live in your head all day, right? And then you may even feel good about it, right? You may even feel productive, right? Because all day you can just be like, oh yeah, so what I'm gonna do is this, and then what I'm gonna do is that. But then reality doesn't reflect that. So you just end up wasting time, like I did. Bro, I wasted years of my life, right? Just doubting myself and then failing at so many things, right? I was like very big into art, I think around 8 months ago, right? I was 3 years deep, bro. But then I quit. 3 years of my life gone because I quit. And what do you think? Why do you think I quit? Because one, I got inconsistent with it. And then two, I started comparing other people to my progress, right? I look at all these like amazing artists online, and then I was like, oh shit, their work is so much better than me. What's the point, right? I look at my work, and it's like it's not been progressing that much. I haven't drawn that much, so like there's no point. So I quit. Don't do that. Your mind will play tricks on you. There's a devil in your head that is always testing you every single day. Does your identity match with who you are on the outside? Okay? Last point I want to make, just have fun, okay? Try to live like a low cortisol life, as they call it, because, you know, if you're stressed all the time, the likelihood of you quitting whatever it is that you're doing will significantly increase, right? There's a saying, you know that saying where it goes like, the person who loves his work will never work a day in his life, or something like that, right? That's true. That's completely true, bro. There's this weird thing on the internet where people are like glorifying suffering. Why are you glorifying suffering? People are being like, oh man, I'm so tired at work. I got like 3 hours of sleep. I hate going to work. And then everyone is like, yeah, man, that's true. But you just gotta tough it out, you know? We gotta do it. No, you're no better person if you suffer. It's all in your head. The result won't actually change one bit at all. So, right, just take like a lighthearted approach, but also be serious. Be very serious when it comes to it, but don't take it too seriously. Don't let it consume you at all, right? And then what you'll realize is that you'll be more consistent at it. You'll just be a lot more playful with whatever it is that you're gonna do. And then time is gonna pass so fast. Also, time is gonna pass anyways, so you might as well do it. Time's gonna pass, and then you'll look back at it. You're like, oh my God, I made so much progress. And it feels effortless because you were having fun. You know? Oh, wow. Would you look at that? I'm already at 17 minutes. That's crazy. Do you know why? It's because I was having fun with this video. Oh my God, look at me, bro. I'm applying my... Okay, sorry. Enough yapping. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.